Right. Okay, microphone's working. Huzzah. Let's get the other working and then we can get going. Good old computer. Oh, I had the audacity to reboot my computer, so all the sound's going to stop. Right. When we left it last time, I believe you had rescued I know it's Warwick, but I can't remember what his rank was.
Major Warwick.
Major Warwick. Yes, it. Yep. Major Warwick. Blast them off. Another gift. And Colonel Crux said he was forming a coalition out here to help you defeat the Empire of Astral Elves. And anyway, it all got interesting, and you had a sort of action-packed pit collection of him, but all well and good. However, once you were finally back into off planet and up into space, Warwick let you have the unfortunate truth, which was my efforts to create a coalition have been unsuccessful. The fractions of Doom Space have little interest in battling the Xerixian Empire, which is only a distant threat to them. They would rather fight amongst themselves. You saw for yourselves how prickly the Artuks were. My peaceful entreaty seems to have offended them. The only thing these factions seem to have in common is their hunger for ships, spelljamming helms, and weapon things I can provide. War is everyone's native tongue here, and the ones most fluent in it are the McCains. The Blue Giants are making a killing by selling ships, helms, and weapons to the other factions in exchange for raw mineral resources. But all is not lost. I've learned that the factions are in debt to a McCain named Vokarth. He may be willing to help us. Price.
There's always a price.
Rooney.
Now that we have more information on what the threat from the Xerixian Empire is, since we have our hostage, maybe that would add to our ability to persuade.
Indeed.
Of course, they're not gnomes, so I can't really predict how they think because, well, they don't think like gnomes.
Bennies. Everyone's got the bennies. Okay, let me see now. We don't have Wormington, so we'll put him on hold. We don't have TK, so we'll put him on hold. We have the not gnome, so we'll put him on hold. Dog can go on hold. Warwick can go on hold. It's only if anything. So. Green on my text was a bit. This color was wrong for green text.
That.
then you might want to consult with Commodore Crux and see if he's willing to track down this Vokarth individual and have a talk with him.
There you go. It's a bit more legible. It's just that because we've got mutagen feral strength and then mutagen strength. I think what we should do is just have a mutagen have 3 effects for each type of mutagen, and then have one that gets added on if you've got a discovery. Yes, it means you put 2 in a combat tracker. But it makes it easier to maintain.
If I created those.
Oh, well, actually, it's my fault. I know I showed you the thing, but it's my fault. Looking back with hindsight is a great thing.
Well, yeah, no, I need to go back and think about adding all these into the bloody Advanced Player's Guide anyway, so...
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So, Warwick also provides some additional information, because no one's asking him for it. Vokarth the McCain, apparently he evacuated 100 of Aroka, Human and Fry Queen and Sutheran from the Doom worlds of Pyrene and then sold ships and spelljamming helms to them for next to nothing. Therefore, all the factions strive to earn his favour in Doom space. His base, he has a base that orbits one of the 9 moons of N. He has renamed the moon after himself. And He's also known to enjoy blood sports, and his base houses a gladiatorial arena where champions do battle with fearsome creatures that Volkov has transported from Thyrene. Factions send their greatest warriors to fight in the arena to get his attention or to win supplies, weapons, or both. Volkov, of course, also is the one who delivered a certain package to the academy that you delivered up to so the chamber that had lots of interesting little creatures inside it.
Yeah, so he basically tried to assassinate the the leader of the
academy.
at the time.
Indeed.
The leader of the academy at the time. And we just fortunate luck that we happened to be delivering the package as a kind of an errand.
Indeed. And then you ended up transporting one of his agents all over the place with you. Robot TK.
But this guy sounds a bit of a dick. If pardon my French, right? But because he's a bit of a narcissist, and then he's a war profiteer to add to bargain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's selling weapons to all sides, and pretty much lives off, you know.
Yeah. So obviously you've got the RAs.
Names a planet after himself, and then has gladiatorial duels between his customers.
Got the 9 moons of N. Well, where the hell's N, I wonder? Yort, Arun, Inavar, Lesk, Lassine, Theed, Volkov, and Shalar are the 9 moons of N, but I can't see N on there. Wonder. What's your plans?
Well, I guess we got to go and talk to him. If we're going to use his
what we try to get out of him?
Well, obviously the idea was to form a rebel alliance to attack the Xerexian Empire, wasn't it? But unfortunately, there isn't a rebel alliance yet. But apparently, Major Warwick thinks that if you can get Volkov on your side, because everyone owes Volkov favors, and obviously Volkov is the one who can basically get everyone to form the alliance.
Yeah, he can
Wait.
the others by the debts they owe him.
Mm-hmm.
I need clarification on something. Who told us that there was a faction developing here?
I can't remember. Commodore Crux.
Commodore Crux.
Yeah, because he sent Warwick blast him off in here to start the faction, and Warwick's come back reporting that he's failed miserably because everyone here is enthralled to Volkov, and they are more interested in appeasing Volkov than they are in fighting the Xerexian Empire. Therefore, if you get Volkov on side, everyone else will come on side. Volkov is the key.
Okay, so sorry, who was the one that was supposed to be doing it and lied?
Someone lied.
Well, he didn't lie.
No,
he failed.
He overemphasized his influence.
Who is this again, though?
Well, it's Commander Crux, the guy that's in charge of the ship we're on.
He said somebody came here and was reported back that they had it developing.
No, he said he sent one of his guys here to form. He probably over exaggerated. What he probably actually said, and what he actually meant is probably subtly different. But Crux basically sent Major Blastmoff here to form an alliance, and Blastmoff
but the thing is, but Blastmoff didn't
Crux
really
didn't necessarily
fail.
say that. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't really fail because he was just here to do some counterinsurgency work. He wanted to find out if there was anybody local that was going to fight. And as it happens, he has come back with some intelligence that if you can get Wolfcath on side, everybody will follow.
Might follow.
I don't know, but the funny thing is he seems a bit of a narcissist. I got a funny feeling we're going to end up in his arena and it'll be like shouting, "Are you not entertained?" And if we
All
can
right,
get, if you,
so-
you know,
All right, so we're heading off to what, Malice, to try and get this guy's support.
You're heading to the
Let's
moon
see, but-
Vokarth that he renamed to
To Malice.
he
We
renamed it
renamed Alice to
to
Vocal.
Vokarth. Yes.
Well, no, there's a one Malice on the other side of the map.
No. You're heading to Vokarth.
Okay.
Vokarth the person and Vokarth the moon, because he's that narcissistic. He renamed the moon after himself.
All right. So Commodore Crux did pay us, right? Because we got a payday off of him for rescuing him, correct?
You have received payment, yes.
Okay, so he's only all right. So on our trip there, I will warn him that he's on strike one for lying to us.
He didn't lie. He possibly overly anticipated Major
Lied.
Blastomoff's achievements.
Lied.
You know, the whole, universe isn't as black and white as you want to believe or you insist on it being.
No, I'm not insisting on it. But he said that there was a force.
Going to
There
be.
is no
He said
force
there
here.
was going to be an alliance.
No,
I
it's going to be.
technically he did. I don't think he, and at least in my opinion, I don't think he failed because he came back with the goods. At least he identified where the pinch point was. I mean, who the person you need to get on side was.
I distinctly remember he stated that this is where they were forming and said that there was already a faction. He lied. I'm not saying I'm not going along or anything. I'm just putting quietly to the side, stepping off to the side when nobody else is around and warning him that I do not appreciate the fact that he lied and that's a strike one with me.
You
I
make
do
it
not
clear
let you
that
guys
you
know.
don't speak for the rest of us, okay?
I didn't say I did. I said it was a strike one with me.
Oh,
I don't. If he had been honest, I would have not had the issue, but he lied.
I know it's a bit of a cliche, but I've got a bad feeling about this. Do you know what I mean? This, no, but the whole Vorkath is, hello there, Vorkath. How we get, would you like to form an alliance? No, I mean, it's I don't know. I don't know. I've got no idea how to approach the guy, but we're going to have to go to Vorkath.
I can't help get the impression, obviously, with an evil empire and an alliance of ships and all that, you're off to meet Jabba right now. But
Well, one thing we can offer him is anything we recover as far as the things that he finds of value, he can have. We are going to need all the help we get, or we might as well quit now, retire to the edges of known space, and get on with whatever we can of our lives before the Xerixians expand to find us again.
Yeah.
I mean, those are basically our alternatives.
Aye. We have to go to Vorkath. I don't know how to get. Well, I think probably we need to arrive quietly on Vorkath and then get bearings.
Well, I'd say you're currently orbiting Arun, and it's looking at the basically based on calculations, it's a 3-day trip from Arun to Vokarth.
I just got this funny feeling as soon as you turn up to Vorkath, and as soon as you open your mouth and go, whatever comes out of your mouth, he's going to go gladiator. He's going to go. Know what I mean? Entertain me. That's going to be it.
Well, that's a bridge we'll have to cross when we get there.
No, well.
The 3-day trip is uneventful. Commodore Crux spends much of the time catching up with his good friend Warwick and muttering about a gift with opinions of themselves, but something about strikes, but who knows? It has to be said, you've noticed that since Major Warwick has been on board, that Crux's spirits has seemed to enlighten him. A sense of optimism and hope does seem better for the to be reunited with an old friend But as I say, soon enough, the ship drops out of spelljamming speed as you find yourself orbiting the moon of Vokoth. Obviously, with guidance, you turn and starts steering the ship down through the luminous green clouds of the moon towards the a gravity signature he can sense up in the atmosphere. So floating above the luminous green clouds of Vokoth is a structure made of grey and black stone with a large crystal formation jutting out from the underside. Docks radiate outwards from a building that is capped by a crystal dome. Several ships are moored here, including a galleon and 4 others that are shaped like a wasp, a scorpion, a lamprey, and a bird, respectively. And give you an idea of what it looks like as you get a bit closer. There's his base. That's what the base looks like. Yeah, it's a base in the clouds. Attached to the main building is a tower that has its own private dock near the top. At the end of this dock is a ship shaped like a damselfly, its metal hull painted bright blue. Flanking this dock are 2 identical 40-foot statues, each one depicting a thin, blue, well-dressed giant.
And Vokoth is one of the blue giants, right?
He is. He's one of the McCain. I think someone's idea that he might be a bit vain is narcissistic rather is probably highly accurate. As you get in,
It's up to the Commodore to approach and get permission to dock or whatever.
well, that you can from here you can see there is a free docking bay at the moment. So, in fact, there is docking bays looking at that.
Yeah.
Blugget Clank, who has snuck in the back pretending he's been here the whole time, suggests we dock.
Indeed. You you pull up. Okay, so dock 1 is a strike ship. About okay, so docks 1, 2, yeah, dock 3 and dock 7 are available. Crux chooses looks at the ground and decides that it's time to berth at dock 3. White decides which one you dock at. But anyway, so that would put you on dock 3. So let's take Potty. Get rid of one who isn't. Who's staying on board the ship. Second, as you pull up to the docks, there seems to be a large number of different crews standing around the dock areas. The sort of the central area of the dock is a 60-foot high octagonal chamber with a 60 dome overhead, and there appears to be gates that are closed, and most of the people seem to be hanging around in the vicinity of the gate. Right, there we go. And then I'm just going to do.
I'm going to try and see what why they're hanging about.
Certainly. Wait a second, I'm just sorting the lack of. Okay. Token, but it will do for now. Okay, star. certainly is not hostile. Starbale is get rid of Starbale, get rid of TK. Commodore Crux is staying on board the ship. Buzz will be staying with TK on board the ship. So I think that's everybody. The docks, and then share the map. Map to grid because that's bloody annoying. Right. Okay, dokie. It would appear that this basically they're hanging around waiting for the next gladiatorial games to begin. They're quite a regular occurrence. It's been a few days. Good morning, Mr. Rigger. How are you, sir? And let's share the map. There we go. Oops.
So this is basically just an arena. Is pretty much it.
The ship seems to be this area. The docks are apparently all centre around the arena, which is currently closed. Everyone's hanging around waiting for the next bit of it.
No restaurants, no bars, nothing like that.
No,
Just the arena. Okay.
Just the arena. It is his base after all. It's not a sort of normal portal, as it were. Lighting on this. It's lighting there. But it's plenty, there's mill around and.
I'll tell you what, is there a bookie? There's got to be somebody taking bets somewhere.
I'm sure there probably is.
Well, betting because I think that's going to be the next nearest equivalent to a watering. You know what I mean?
Target Clank presses up against the closed, locked gates and peers inside of the arena.
Now, if you want to overhear what people are saying at the water cooler, as it were, I would say they're standing by the bookies. It would be a gathering spot.
While you were there, I'll give you the description. So the arena's a 60. The floor is blanketed with sand. There's broken, unusable weapon chunks and stone. That you saw there was a balcony up there. You can see there's a balcony up there, 30 feet above the floor, which is obviously where the spectators get. And then above that, you can see 20 feet higher than the main balcony, 50 feet up, is 50 feet up is a private box. Okay. There's many people talking around, but none of them seem to be.
Is there any kind of what do they call it? Play card saying who's going to be fighting?
Nothing seems to be up yet. There seems to be obviously very much in place the areas to settle that sort of stuff up, but nothing's been written up. Everyone just seems to be hanging around because there is anticipation that some new games are due soon.
Okay, well, we're here to talk to the main guy, and based on what I'm seeing, I think his offices are going to be up around. Oops, that's a wall on this side. Are going to be up around on this side.
Aye, there's a.
So I'm going to see if there are any guards or anything right here before I go any further.
Okay.
Aye, there is a way around, like if you go around here.
Good job, got that one going because my text can't read me text today, but fortunately I've got it there. Okay, stone ramps from the docks ascend to this vestibule area. Well, actually, there's steps going up. I know it says ramps, but anyway, there doesn't seem to be anybody stopping you heading up the steps. No.
Okay, then Cernan's going to go ahead and come on up and
Okay. Right.
look around a little bit.
As you climb the steps, there are two walls of force that you can see, one to the west and one to the east. Two GIF troopers, as it were, and two GIF Yankee warriors stand up here. Two on either side of two on this side of the force field, and two on this side. It's one GIF Yankee and one GIF on one side, and one GIF Yankee and one GIF on the other. They watch you as you come up here, but don't seem to react in much further. GIF and GIF, GIF and GIF, yeah. The old GIF and GIF argument again. You see, it gets very confusing.
Well, technically that gets us inside the arena, though.
It does, however, I will say that any attempt to walk down the steps into the arena will cause the guards to call
React poorly.
Yes.
React poorly.
They'll react. Not so. Yeah, they'll sort of make it quite clear that you're not to head any further. All four guards just stare at you.
Is there any chance I can get in and talk to the boss? I'm asking the guards.
Yes, I don't know. I completely understand
Oh,
that.
okay.
I am just
Dead silence responding. I wasn't sure if that was.
No. It's just the fact that we're catching up to the point where I actually stopped updating this adventure and started doing the ones that pay for it. And I didn't realise. I thought it was okay, but I didn't realise I missed off one section that I needed for today. I thought I was fine. I've got plenty of bits for today, except for one section, so I had to just go and find it. Okay, one of the guards, you notice all the guards have tattoos, sigil tattoos on them, pretty much the same as you've seen before by that extraction group. If you remember the extraction group that appeared and you fought against in the academy, they've got these same tattoos. So one of them touches one of the tattoos and talks out loud, and then just stands there. And basically, the guard goes, you and the rest of your party are allowed an audience in 15 minutes. Congregate here in 15 minutes and we'll let you in.
Ah, excellent. Thank you. And I will go and let everybody else know what's going on.
Are you sure that they meant audience and not arena?
I'm not sure of anything in this regard, no.
Okay, well, best be prepared.
If you want
Because
to attend
frankly,
the
given
audience, you
all
just need to be up here.
Given all we know, we could walk in for that audience and find ourselves in the arena.
I would point out that someone would stop you getting on another ship, La. Who shouldn't be there? Princess, the elven princess, basically has been with you all the time. She's not saying anything, but she fervently has been accompanying you all the time. Pegasus wants to be so.
You know, I don't see. Is there any advantage to going round the back?
Going to move Trist up there. So at the allotted time, the force field turns off, allowing you access to the audience chamber.
All right. Gith and Gith Yankee are still at odds with each other in Spelljammer?
Probably.
Okay.
I snapped it. Oh no, snapped grid isn't on it. So the princess strides forwards and walks in ahead of pretty much anyone except Cernan. The force field starts humming. You get the distinct impression it's going to re-solidify shortly.
Well, I take it we all got to go in though if we have to.
I'm trying to, but it's not cooperating. There we go.
Okay. Staying outside, Trist, with Pegasus, or are you coming again?
Oh, I'm going in.
You in there? There you go. And Pegasus is going to follow in. And then
Might
we
need me to get us out of here in a hurry.
that, and the force field reactivates behind you. So, a slender blue giant wearing elegant robes sits on a large throne flanked by two bodyguards. A battle-scarred Gif and a Gif Yankee with an eye patch. Both are clad in plate armor. Can't say you look particularly important, Jules and McCain. So speak. Don't waste my time.
You guys do not want me to be the one talking. Trust me.
Probably not best if I do either.
Clang.
So this circular chamber has an ornate throne opposite the entrance. The walls are lined with art objects, tapestries, paintings, and weapons are on display.
Well, since this was Commodore Crockett's and his pal's idea, maybe we should let them, because they know more about
They're hiding
it.
on the ship. We've been left holding the bag.
It's because you're the heroes.
Well, we know who we don't want speaking for us, Mr. Black and White.
I don't know where you get this idea that it's black, that I look at this world as black and white.
I don't know, from the things you say.
About having a contract? About not being lied to by the guy who's asking you for help? I don't know, that seems like common sense to me. Yeah, make sure you know what's expected of you and what your obligations are. A good contract protects both sides.
Time is precious.
Greetings, Lord Vokath. We apologize for interrupting your busy day, I'm sure. We are here on behalf of Commodore Crux in an effort to see about forming an alliance of sorts. The Empire, I don't remember the name, the Empire of Elves has decided to destroy planets hither and yon, and is making it difficult for most persons to be entrepreneurs. I understand that your business focuses on providing ships and helms to various entrepreneurs, and I thought that your joining with us to prevent the Empire from basically taking out all of your customers might be profitable.
As soon as you started mentioning the Xerixian Empire, it's already quiet and dark, sort of not dark. I mean, he's sort of feigned disinterested this demeanor becomes even more cold. Definitely get the distinct impression that even though from what you're trying to imply there, that he should be concerned that he's obviously done the sums in his head in the past and realised there's probably not a good financial investment on his side should things go wrong. You know this is because you know that McCain are all about trade and everything else. He goes, well, indeed, but obviously if if you're in need of procuring ships and weaponry for this incident you're having with the Xerixian Empire, then obviously I'm more than happy to provide things. It's a fair and reasonable price, but other than that, I'm not entirely sure what it's got to do with me.
Aye, but don't you think it's going to be a bit entertaining?
Well,
I mean,
it'll
it'll be the ultimate fight. You know, warring nations against others. You can sit back on the side of the arena, and I mean, what a spectacle it's going to be.
Do not see how you expect to get the entire Xerixian Empire.
Well, it would appear that none of the other factions are interested in joining this fight either, for fear of alienating you, which is an understandable fear. I mean, they would not want to risk their ships and such without the prospect of any kind of replacement. I think that what we're mostly looking for is your vote of confidence in our ability to be able to form this union and fight off the Empire.
But the more you talk, you see Volkov is fidgeting and looking disinterested, and halfway through, he's got his eyes closed and he's rubbing his forehead, and eventually, when you're really not sure what's going to happen next, but you can definitely tell that that even a reasonable, sensible argument doesn't seem to be doing anything. He suddenly looks at you.
Getting more and more impatient.
Spare me the whining, Volkov says with a sneer. I'll make you an offer. I am owed a debt, and you can collect it for me. About 3 days from here, hidden on an asteroid, is a secret supply depot. They are holding 4 megapede eggs that I've already paid for, and they keep stalling on delivery. Go get my eggs, and I will use my influence with the pirate factions on your behalf. Only the fried queen can access through their main cargo bay, but I have it on good authority. There's a secret entrance hatch you can access to slip by any guards. Try to not get anyone killed.
All right. Just to make sure this is clear, then, you want us to go gather 4 megapede ant eggs and to not kill them so as not to sour your relationship with them.
Indeed.
I think we can do that.
Any problems with collecting any miscellaneous loot lying around?
Well, this is simply collecting on a payment, collecting product for a payment that has already been received. So anything beyond that would be theft.
Yeah, I think that's.
Well,
I think
we
maybe
could
that
always
we-
inform them that we've been sent to collect the items that have been paid for and see what kind of result we get before we make any presumptions.
Indeed.
Although I must admit the petty theft might obviously you wouldn't stoop to petty theft yourself. So, but if we do it, they obviously won't suspect you.
Exactly.
Well, if we only steal that one item, it's going to kind of point at him. But since they have failed to deliver, on their deal, there would be a reasonable argument for penalty fees against them. I'm just clarifying, if we find something shiny, do we need to leave it there or can we take it? That's what I'm asking. Would you prefer we not take something and then piss him off when we do that? Or if we don't do that?
I've told you what I need. Now just go. Now, before you go, he says, he gestures at the Gif Yankee, who basically steps forwards holding a scroll and something you're not entirely sure what it is. It appears to be some small pearl. It also seems to be slightly, but it seems to be some sort of pearl that anyone with an arcade background can just sense the magic growing off it. But it appears to be carved slightly into the shape of a fish.
Would an occult roll tell me more about it if I
Indeed,
succeed?
yes. Okay, you gather that it's a cochlear. I can't pronounce the bloody word. Cochlear adornment.
Cochlear.
Thank you, cochlear. I can say it until I need to, and then I can't. Typical. It's a fashionable attachment for your ear. While wearing the earpiece on your ear, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language you hear.
Yeah, okay.
Basically,
That's handy.
they're in the party sheet.
Just one, or is there more than one?
Just the one. There is apparently also as an action, you can also use the Gabbler extension. You can cause the earpiece to extend down to your cheek into your mouth, where small tendrils will magically attach to the nerves of your tongue. While attached, you can speak any creature that knows at least one language and can hear you, understands what you say. However, when this extension is enabled, you cannot cast spell. You can't basically cast spells that require verbal components.
Oh,
Is there a mechanical version for the autonome?
It's magic, so it would work for
System
anyone.
agnostic. Awesome.
But as I said, there's only one, and it's in the pod sheet. But anyway, also the coordinates to catch 11th rather.
That's not going to cause a few. That's not going to cause a few religious wars.
Possibly.
Having it probably activates with the magic word Babel.
You don't stick
Sounds
it in
fishy
you
to
don't
me.
stick it in your ear though, so you're okay on that score.
Yeah, could cause a few intergalactic religious wars.
well, perhaps the not gnome is best because he doesn't really have any magic, so that it could interfere with. Although he's probably not the best spoken among us, it's still, it could hinder Cernan's ability somewhat, and it would totally muck me.
It's only an action to activate it and an action to deactivate it. So any of you can use it. It's just when activated, you can't cast spells until you deactivate.
Well, Cernan does seem to be the best spoken among us.
But I don't cast spells, or do I?
Exactly.
So grab it.
I don't cast spells. I
So
use spells and I don't
we're
cast.
saying we're getting it to Glix, are we? Glix, you give it to Glix. I'm going to give the coordinates to the asteroid to Cernan. There we go. At which point, Volkov doesn't appear to do anything, but the force field goes down behind you, and you get the distinct impression it's time to leave.
Yeah, best to head back to the ship and fill in Commodore Clux on what's going to be required.
Yeah, he's not going to listen to a well-reasoned argument. He's just. I'll take it. He wants his eggs, probably to hatch them, to put them in the arena.
Probably.
And here I was going to offer him over easy.
No idea what those eggs are.
No, indeed.
I'd imagine the hatching is some big monster he throws in there,
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, and they're probably fairly large eggs. Now, if we can get in there, it's possible I could teleport out with the eggs, depending on the distance that's got to be done, etc. It's getting in there without being detected that's going to get tricksy.
Well, indeed. But anyway,
So I take
it's
it's
3
all
days
aboard
journey.
our ships. And
It's all
we
aboard the
fly off.
ship, and off you go. So let's delete tokens. We don't need this map in it for now. We can close this map off. Yep, it's most certainly a 3-day journey out to the asteroid. Cernan's got the coordinates, so
Yeah, so I think
you're okay on that score. It's an uneventful 3 days. And 3 days later, you find yourself standing aboard the deck of the ship, and a small asteroid drifts in front of the vessel. It's shaped like an irregular ellipsoid. It is approximately 1,000 feet at its widest diameter. The surface is pockmarked and composed of a dark, faintly glinting stone. An air envelope surrounds the rock, and you see the gravity plane is filled with gently swirling motes of dust and rock chips. You see no obvious hatches, doors, or entries.
But didn't he mention that there's some secret way in? Did he tell us what that was?
He says he knows there's one, but he doesn't know where it is.
I guess we're gonna have to like do some recon to see if we can spot it out.
Keeping an eye out, looking.
Okay, after the first hour of searching the area, Sargon has failed to spot anything. You get 1 check an hour, so you might want to sort of assist each other before the roll. So what you need to do is designate someone who's going to make the roll for everyone, all of you looking, and everyone else can support them, because it's a rather well
Who's got the
considered.
best notice?
So far, it looks like, well, the two of you rolled all your wild dice. So Sargon's got a notice of Sargon rather's got a notice of D8s from a metagaming point of view. So
Okay, well then the next one, count mine as my support roll for his next attempt.
I'm actually going to support with a repair,
okay,
because I mean, how would you conceal the ink? Would it have hinges? And if it did, would it have a line for the hinge?
okie dokie.
Or would it
Sargon,
be a crack?
you get to make a notice check with a +4 modifier.
Okay.
Second hour. Not that you needed it.
No.
Okay, now I just need to
Isn't that how it usually goes, though?
indeed. Okay. Right. Yep. On a success, you locate the secret hatch. However, a stray chunk of rock whips through the gravity plane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do a d6 -1 and see who it's going to be. It's going to be Parr. Parr needs to make an evasion check or get hit by the chunk of rock as it whips across the deck of the ship. That's an agility check at -2, please. Fine. Yeah, he's fine. He dives to one side. Nothing to worry about.
Rattle.
Indeed. And that's all I'll need on that one, because you rolled so well. I don't need to worry about the surface hazards table. So, okay. So basically, you've spotted the hatch. Obviously, you're basically what's going to happen is, let me see, Glixagleb, Trist, TK's on hold, Sargon, Parr. Okay, the princess will go on hold. So basically, you're the landing party. You take the jolly boat and row over from the ship to the asteroid, and tie up the ship near the hatch. And it is but a few moments to prise the hatch open, and you can enter the hatch. There it is. Already opened it once. I managed. And then we think. On here. Make Topolar correct neutral, and Commodore neutral, Starbar neutral. Then I should be, when I drag party on board, should just take everyone who is actually here. That's marvelous. Okay, you clamber through the hatch, and the hatch basically the hatch slowly rotates to reveal a debris and wreckage-filled remains of a mess hall. In the middle of the north wall, a large pile of rubble blocks what was obviously once a large doorway. In the middle of the wall opposite the hatch, 10 feet above the floor, is a triangular shaft about 3 feet on a side. Incongruously, however, what looks to be an asteroid the size of an ox cart sits in the middle of the room amongst the wreckage. Everyone get the map?
Yep.
Why didn't you give us Vokoth's base? Or why did you give us Vokoth's base?
Sorry?
Well, you popped up a map with Vokarth's base and... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm thinking the wrong person. Never mind.
Okay.
All right.
At which
Cernan is
point,
going to go over and examine the asteroid.
okay, the hatch automatically closes behind you.
Gotta turn this to non-lethal.
Okay, I forgot to draw it. So the asteroid is there. I need to turn off snap to grid again. That's the asteroid there, just floating in the middle of the room.
Okay, again, Cernan's going to go over and examine it.
Mm-hmm. Anybody, as Cernan walks over to it, would anyone like to make an academics or survival check?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Sargon.
This place is a mess.
I was going to ask if you've been doing any cooking in here recently.
At which point, no, Sargon got a 3 after modification. So there's something on you there in the back of your mind. You can't help but think there's something going on, but alas, you can't put your finger on it. But in the meantime, as you step towards through the wrecked hall, the asteroid opens a glaring red eye. It rises into the air and screams with a loud roar.
Right.
With a loud roar, fiercely baring its large, gnashing teeth. Then it says something. No one understands.
Wait, what's the guy with the little cochlear ear implant? Doesn't he understand that?
He hasn't got ears. I suppose you can.
Magic.
I know, I'm sure you can inform it into one. But in the meantime, let's activate. Simon, you get to go first.
Aye, sorry, so why can't I understand it?
Yeah, what's going on there?
Use the phrase that pays.
Because you haven't activated it.
Babble.
No, it's only false about it. It's like you don't have ears, but it's magical. So, yeah, sorry. You would understand.
I thought it worked. I thought it worked in the auto gnome as well.
Yeah, it did. I was just being a dick at the end there. Don't worry.
You just mean to mean because I don't have holes. How many holes have you got?
Yes, indeed. It's quite a good example of you. But anyway, Sardan, you're up.
Flicks the glib's bubbly personality, being a liquid.
It's a whole.
Cernan is going to go defensive.
Okie dokie. I need to basically, if Lixagleb doesn't have any languages, settings for ease, I'm just going to give him the language that matters for now. So we can understand when I type it in the future. Okay, Glixagleb. So I whispered to you what the rock said.
Yeah, bloat dust eat meat. I still don't understand that. I think he's basically going to just try to eat our face off. Let's go there.
Okay.
In fact, let's just stab him.
The amount of debris and litter on the floor makes moving at speed through this area treacherous. For anyone moving more than half your pace must make an athletics check or fall prone. So you know.
Miss.
Yeah, miss. Well, you don't necessarily miss. It's just basically it's hard. You don't hit anything that seems to affect it. Yeah. From the game
it's a
perspective.
latte. Not worth a penny.
Brings us to Trist.
He's definitely hostile, and I step aside and try to stab him with my spear.
Target myself and all 5 members of the party. And I was trying that, and it wasn't letting me do it. Oh, no, there it goes. Must be because I need to be on my turn.
Okay.
And I guess the poor little Pegasus, too.
Oh, right, his name is Bloat Dust.
Okay, I'm having trouble targeting Plar and the Pegasus, probably because they overlap, and the Pegasus. And I'm going to boost figure on everybody.
Okay, sensible thing to do. Boost figure, make everyone tougher.
And that doubles it.
Indeed. Boost. Wait.
Because I'm not sure what we're up against here, so just in case.
Yeah, and then down the list. I should have also done before you end your turn. I haven't done one for toughness +2. I should really add the increasing figure does include toughness, doesn't it? I really should actually add that into the effect. So what should I put it instead? I'm going to treat it as a hurry, so I can then change that afterwards. Because it just makes my life easier. Do it that way. Add in toughness +1 and toughness +2 as an effect. Boost rate for when you're boosting vigor. Still got hurry instead of +2 toughness. Done. Okay. All good.
You didn't get me, and I targeted myself as well.
Yeah, you didn't. That's the problem.
Well, I tried.
That's okay. That's useful to know. I can drag it from someone else.
And then I'm going to go and kind of try to stay out of sight in the corner.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of squishy.
Bloat dust a better card.
Here, guys, you handle it.
Okay. Hey, Bloat Dust is up. Bloat Dust is going to attempt to bite Cernan. Desperately trying to defend himself. And it works. Cernan basically parrying away, manages to basically using the spear, holds the thing back as it's going to jump, trying to bite him. Fly, you're up.
Maybe we've been heavy-handed about this.
Well, Glick said something about it just wants to eat us, so...
Well, no, it says eat meat, but And I just took that as to be it's going to bite my face off. I'm going to stab it, but maybe it's just maybe it's the translation is I'm hungry.
Pla's gonna make some distance and ready a weapon.
Okay.
That'll probably be the mighty fork.
Mm-hmm.
And finish on that.
Okay. What do you do with Pegasus?
Pegasus is gonna support me to the side.
Okay, no problem at all. That brings us, last but no means least, to Sargon after you end your turn again, Pla. I get in trouble when I do it. Thank you. Sargon, you're up, sir.
Okay. Is there gravity in here or not? Because I think that's what I missed.
Yes, there's the asteroid's big enough to have a gravity plane.
Okay, so that's what I was missing, I think. All right. Because I was wondering about that. All right, so...
In Spelljammer, anything big enough has a gravity plane. Creates its own gravity, so... Okay, you will need to make an athletics check to move that amount of distance without tripping on the debris. You're fine.
Okay. I think we've run into something similar to this before, right?
I can't remember.
It's a floaty sphere thing with an eye. Yes, we have encountered something like this before.
Oh yes, you floaty spear things with an eye. You've encountered things similar, yes, but they had more eyes than just the one eye in the middle. This one appears to be made of stone. It doesn't, but it looks like it's made of stone. But you know what I mean.
And the one guy said it actually spoke, right?
Yeah, it said its name and then it said eat meat.
But it's not a thrycrane. Okay.
TK's a thrycrane. This is most certainly not a thrycrane.
Does that mean say we're meat and it's going to eat us, or it wants meat?
There's something weird going on. Because when I select myself, it's going dark and I can't see anything.
Lighting.
Isn't there lighting in here?
That's a very good point.
No, probably there is
no there's no lighting in here. Yeah, there's no lighting in here.
I can see the map and it's in black and white because I can see in the dark.
Yeah. So it's absolutely dark in here. So you probably can only see the odd glint here and there. That's why there's no lighting in this area.
Okay.
Which I should have taken into account. Yep, that's fine. I'd assume I am not going to be unreasonable. You saw total pitch darkness. You guys would have enabled lights before you know what I mean? So that's fine.
Okay.
I should have turned on player view. That would have told me who could and couldn't see.
All right, where was I? Let's try that. And is this the one with frenzy? No, this is first strike. And 2-weapon fighting. All right, let's start off
6 seconds
with
ever.
that. Then I think.
That's a hit with a raise. Okay, you swing your long sword at Bloke Dust, and it basically fails to penetrate its tough hide.
Just a minute. Even if that. Okay, so I'm going to do that.
Okey-dokey. Yeah, because even if you don't affect him, you still make him vulnerable, don't you? Yeah.
Yep, that's why I was double checking.
No, that's absolutely fine. It still means you hit him with a raise. It just means you didn't damage him. That's all. Okay,
wait. That's wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay. He's not vulnerable.
No. I forgot to make my wild die is not a D6, it is a D10 when I get a raise. So a 9.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh wait, that didn't register, damn it. So another 10 points. Or 9, whichever. Armor 16.
Just create a sub attack and then change the raised dice on the second attack.
23 doesn't hurt him?
23 points of damage will wound it.
Okay.
Takes a wound.
And let's fix that before I forget.
And you're up again.
I am?
Mm-hmm. You went
Yeah,
last round. Your
bottom,
first. You got from the bottom of the last round to the top of this round.
Bottom to top.
I follow through with another attack on him.
Okay. That misses.
Shouldn't he be vulnerable still?
He is.
First 5 +2, gang up +1. It's not showing up, that's why I'm asking.
He's showing as vulnerable.
Yeah, but it didn't add to my attack roll on him.
Vulnerable power on bloat dust is about to expire. Do you wish to maintain?
I don't know why they said that. It shouldn't do. Oh, because it's on. Oh, you know why? Because yeah, okay. I see what's going on. Because of yeah. Ignore me. It's a quirk because it's you activating it. Yes, you have to maintain it, which is absolutely weird, but that's fine. So therefore, you're right. It should be vulnerable. Therefore, you rolled an 11, which hits.
Okay.
I haven't picked up on that, the maintain text, sorry, because I don't look at that till this my turn.
Okay. I will shift a little bit to the side to let some other melee person be able to get in.
Okie dokie. Right, at this point, obviously I'm going on the assumption that Glixaglib is going to translate, but the creature sort of wails and starts whining, probably crying like, and basically starts trying to flee to the ceiling.
I was going to try and stop combat and saying,
but obviously you do get a free attack on him if you want to. You do get a free attack on him.
Got me.
As he tries to flee Sargon, if you want to.
Can we talk?
But Sargon gets a free attack if he wants to freely attack as the creature runs away.
I'll take a free attack. I'll take that free attack
As with Cernan, but I will pass.
Okay. Yes, I know. Yeah, I know you would. There, you hit it. Don't harm it as it flies up to the ceiling and is up there sort of whining and everything, and just goes and basically then basically speaks. Actually, oh great, actually Glixcleb understands, but no one else does, so that's it.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. You just jumped, but the fact is you just jumped out and says eat meat, so we got a fright. Sorry.
It says.
So bloat dust not want to die, bloat dust help. Well, thank you very much for helping. We'll help bloat dust. I'm sure we've got some nicey things to eat. Bloat dust not a bad eye monger, me just hungry.
Anyway, Pla. Over to you.
Has anybody got any rations with him? I think he's basically starving.
I have
yeah,
alcohol.
he did say. Yeah, he says eat meat. He's literally it means he wants to eat meat. He is hungry.
Does anyone? Obviously, I'm going to treat it as a combat until the end of the round. But if anyone, so therefore, if anyone wants to act or do anything offensive or defensive, now's the time to do so. Pla,
I'm
You
gonna
put-
hurl a fork just to why not? Let's see what happens. Let's poke the meatball.
rock ball. But anyway, yeah, go for it. It looks like an asteroid with a mouth and teeth. Well, it looks like a floating rock with mouth and teeth. Okay, you hit it.
It does absolutely nothing.
However, Bloke Dust does cry out again.
I think he wants to help us.
Cernan, you're up.
He's definitely going to. He knows something that we don't know.
Ask him how he can help us when you get a chance.
I could have sworn I had rations, but I don't see any in here.
Logically, someone you must have rations. Your player characters are.
I do.
Oh, there we are. Then.
I'm going to take out one of my rations and throw it up to him.
Let's say it's your last set of rations. That's obviously why you've got none left.
Okay, that'll work. So
Okay.
I'm going to make an athletics check
Okay.
to toss that up to him. And let's try that again. There we go.
Bloke Dust. Them. How you do? How you change these? But that's fine. Glixagleb.
Oh, just run up to him and pet him and call him George.
That will require an athletics check.
Yeah.
Because
So
of the
I mean,
dangerous terrain.
So I mean, because I can reach up there with my stretchy arms and say, "Look, calm down. I'll give you some food."
Yeah,
Best is friends.
but you might trip up before you get there. That would be very funny. Yep. you basically you go forwards to pet him and just basically fall flat on your face.
Oh, we're gonna have to Benny that.
I'm just using up all your bennies because I'm in a maliciously evil mood today.
There
Okay,
you go.
you're fine.
Got a raise.
You go up there, reach up and pet him, no problem at all. And that brings us last but not least to Twist. Bloke Dust obviously got patted.
We'll do swapsies. You can tell me secrets and I'll give you biscuits.
Used to be a way to talk as someone, didn't there? But I've forgotten what the key shortcut is.
What shortcut?
Right, to change from GM talking to, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, obviously,
Shift and Alt while you're typing.
that's it, probably.
When you're in the chat box, control
Yeah.
those actions, Alt's out OCC.
No. There was a shortcut where you could. So if I type anything now, it says it's the gem, but it doesn't matter because if I type it, it still comes up, so that's fine. Okie dokie. Obviously, with Glixagleb translating, I will obviously eating the food. Bloke Dust and sort of going nice food. Thank you. Help me help. Says. Oops. Down to the ground with you.
How do we get out of here?
Oh. Use tunnel.
What tunnel? What that tunnel?
floats over and points at the triangular opening 10 feet up from the ground. Be not fitted tunnel, rocks crush. Rocks no crush tunnel.
That tunnel, or is there one in the ceiling?
No, it's that tunnel there, yeah.
Okay.
And where does the tunnel go? Does the tunnel go to the pirates?
Not know what further. Been stuck in room. Hungry, so hungry.
Aye, what's that way? What's behind all the fallen rocks?
Me not fit in tunnel, me not know.
Is it completely filled?
Open
Or
ship doors, come back, let bloat dust free. Bloat dust give best treasure. Have some notice checks.
Aye, go big ship doors.
what?
Have some notice checks.
I think he just wants out of this room pretty much. He's stuck in the room.
Cernan got minus. Yeah, okay. I'm not entirely sure how you can read tells on a floating eye and a floating rock with an eye, but you definitely get the distinct impression he's not sharing everything. He's obviously not telling everything, but
Well, maybe we should just leave through the tunnel before he gets mad at us.
So what? So you don't know what's behind the, you don't know what's behind the rock fall.
How did the rock fall happen?
Is the rockfall completely filling, or is it only partial of the tunnel?
okay. So it's just
See, the thing is, unless it's airtight, I mean, if push comes to shove, I could get naked and go through it.
so
I said, why don't we just go down the tunnel? And she starts down the tunnel.
Yeah, I know, but he's just.
Well, you know, he can't come with us, and we have got a job to do, and we don't have a lot of time.
I know, but I called him George and everything. But I don't know. It seems to be a bit kind of, you know.
Hey guys, there's a much longer tunnel this way.
I'm sure there is. Just a moment. Well,
So me heard bug men fighting, maybe ate each other or sleeping now. Bloat does get sleepy after eating. Heard the bug men fighting.
okay, that's got my head around it. So from what? Yeah. So it appears that obviously after asking a fair few more questions and getting sort of monosyllabic answers, to paraphrase everything, Bloat Dust obviously discovered this depot and basically observed the insect people coming and going, and then basically says what he said there about them fighting. You also get the impression that he saw them abandon, some of them fleeing the asteroid through the big doors. The big doors closed behind them. It found the same secret hatch you found, came in here and got trapped. He's just basically the reason, he's been eating anything he can eat in this room. And he was very hungry, and then you turned up. He wants out.
I take it we can't get that we can't get that hatch open and let him out, can we?
Not from you can't open the hatch from this side. So he did say open big space doors and he can get
So
out.
one of
which
the eggs must have hatched then, presumably.
you don't know.
And then the bug men obviously they've obviously they've thought, oh shit, let's get out before we all get eaten.
Obviously, some of that whisper I've just given you, Tris, doesn't apply because you're a gnome, but obviously to people bigger than you, they would find it a little more.
Right, so
Okay.
we've got two choices. We can either go down the tunnel, we can go through the rocks, or I can go through the rocks rather.
If you come down this tunnel, you might want to put, like, scarf over your face. It smells pretty bad and it makes your eyes burn.
Okay. So the big tunnel is completely filled with rock.
Yes. So
Okay.
the doorway's blocked. Yeah, as I say, Bloke Dust says the only way out is through there.
All right. And he wants what? Let out of the.
He wants you
Of
to
the-
basically. Yeah, I know he says let out big space doors, but if you can't fit down that tunnel, I suspect what you'll actually need to do is open the hatch to free him. And if you do, he says he'll show you where best treasure
Aye, so
is.
basically we find another way out, we go round to the outside, we open the door, hold it open, and he flies out. That's what he wants.
And then he says he'll show you where best treasure is.
Aye.
So it's not here.
No, if you open the door from the outside, let him fly out, apparently he's going to give us a reward.
All right. Look, I suspect that there might be some. We can bring you some food back. If you want to wait here till we can do that.
Certainly. Right. Obviously, Trista's at the front. Glix and Gleb's entered the tunnel.
Oh, one interesting
Certain has
smell
followed.
you've found.
Okay.
It
So
smells
the
like
dark,
that.
the dark
Ammonia
claustrophobic walls of the shaft are coated with dripping, reeking slime that forms crisscrossing threads across the passage. The pungent smell of ammonia stings your nose and makes your eyes tear. The shaft presses in on all sides, coughing like the only sound is that of your own ragged breathing as you scrape yourselves forwards in the dark.
Well, I'll just not breathe.
I
Simple
wrapped
as that.
a scarf around my face, covering my nose and my mouth, and hopefully that'll help some.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise. I didn't mean to actually lock movement. I must have clicked the wrong button earlier. So movement shouldn't be locked just yet. You guys should be able to move at your own pace until I kill you. Until
Right, well, okay, I'll go first, right, because A, I don't have to breathe, and B, it's not going to hinder my movement going up down this passageway. I'm sure I can make myself a little bit boxy to fit. God, it's a long way, though.
You look down from the triangular air shaft into a large, dimly lit rectangular chamber. Hang on, if it's dimly lit, that's my mistake. It should have lighting in it. Dimly lit. Let's put a light in it then. Yep, large, dimly lit rectangular chamber. Across the stone floor are 3 piles of wrecked furniture on individual platforms. The walls are covered with a defaced and damaged murals. A passage on the southern wall leads into a faintly glowing chamber. The room is silent and the air is dusty and still.
Aye, so this leads back to have a wee peek around this corner. I thought that was going to lead back to the rocks, but apparently not. Apparently it's going to go a bit to go before it gets back to the rocks. It's safe. You can come out the air shaft. I don't see anybody yet.
Is the ammonia still burning in our eyes in this?
No, once you're out the shaft, it seems fine.
So she pushes the scarf down so where it's just kind of around her neck like this cool accessory.
It's not that bad, actually. I mean, I've had worse boiling beakers. I'm still trying to do something. I'm still trying to do something clever with that sticky stuff I got off Sargon.
Indeed.
But there you go. That's what you get for having the ultimate chemistry kit.
Anyone in this room who wishes to make it, anyone who's in the room and wishes to make an occult check, most certainly can. While examining the wreckage.
I have no idea what it is.
I think a lot of tokens if people are moving into that other room, so I'm just going to stop there. So, Trist and Cernan, you discern that the wreckage in this room is the remains of spell jamming helms. But that's all you're going to get out of it, the raise. But that's fine. And also, no one said anything today, so I'm going to say, let the biddies flow, because no one said it yet.
Well, I was just about to say, I was just going into the next room. There appears to be a trapdoor, so you know what you say? Stay away from that trapdoor.
Oh, likewise, there are some murals in the room as well. So as you look into the next room, again, I need to check if the room's lit, because if it is, then I've made a mistake. So,
what's the 6 things at the bottom? Is that like vats? Oh, they're leaking. I can see them leaking. Although it's so admittedly all black and white, I'm colourblind. But yeah, they've got tanks that are leaking down here. And there appears to be a crane going down to the basement.
Lixiglabe, it's your family.
I'm just putting some lights in the room. This room's meant to be lit. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, I'm a very cautious just peek over the edge of that hole.
Certainly. Let me just tell you about the murals in the other room first. Gazing at the shredded artwork, you realise what it depicts. A group of Fry Queens stand on a canyon rim above a massive ship-sized centipede. The gargantuan creature is chasing a lone Fry Queen hunter. On the megapede's back is a large clutch of goo-covered eggs, each the size of a halfling. Above on the ridge, 2 of the Fry Queen aim strange, many-hued tentacle weapons at the clutch of the eggs, while the rest stand by with massive fishing nets. But anyway, this massive chamber exudes a strong odour of earth and ammonia. In the centre of the room is a faintly glowing, bent and twisted rack. Each rack holds the remains of 3 shattered, wrecked canisters. Gummy slime oozes from the canisters amid shards of glass. A small personnel hatch sits on the floor of the western side of the room. Western side? It's interesting. Which way is north?
No, that it means it's there.
Yes. Oh, yes. I had noticed the personnel hatch. The text description's over it. Thank you. Damaged lockers stand along the eastern side of the room between 2 large cargo hatches. Against the southern wall, a pile of rubble blocks a passage.
Yeah, so that's the other half of that passageway. So what's in the lockers?
There you go. Have a look.
I'm going to go and have a look in the lockers. I'm just trying to look for a clue as to what it was about. You know what I mean? Was it, is it safety
Indeed.
clothing? Is it personal lockers? Is it
Most of the
gear?
lockers, I can unlock again. Most of the lockers are broken, containing nothing but mechanical bits. However, there appear to be 2 lockers that still have functional locks upon them, which will be whichever 2 don't look damaged. I might just borrow Sargon to just eliminate. I might borrow Sargon to.
Somebody want to take this lock apart.
Yeah, there we go. I'll just put Sargon back. So it was just that locker there and that locker there are the 2 non-damaged lockers.
So I mean, so obviously the Tri-Creen were collecting eggs, as shown in the tapestry. And what did they do? They must have kept him in tanks, and suddenly all the tanks are broken. I mean, what's the loading hatches for? They've got to be breeding a nest of these things, aren't they?
I'll point out the lockers over here for Plow to see if he can get the. Looks something for you to open.
Just have a look inside the locker because it might be some personal, effects in there that might give us a clue as to what this installation's for.
Right, so I've got this one in front of me. I have my thief's tools.
That's a hatch.
Oh,
Oh, that's a hatch. The arrow bit is a hatch down.
Yeah, the lockers were over here.
It's over here, the lockers. I just want to rifle through people's personal gear before I go and open the hatch and go down.
You okay?
okay. How do I roll to pick lock, etc.? I have thieves' tools.
You have the thievery skill.
No, could I fudge repair to unrepair the lock?
Be an unskilled thievery roll. Pick a lock. You can obviously just force the cabinet open if you want to.
I mean, how bad is it anyway? Well, as it happens, quite bad. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't have a clue. It appears to be some kind of lock.
Okay. Well, you do have the thieves' tools, and I will give you a mechanically inclined bonus. So, what's happened is, so you open the locker. What happens is basically inside the lock, you open the locker. There appears to be sort of, unlike the other lockers, this locker seems to have sort of two mechanical devices in it. It would appear as you open the locker, everyone else feels some sort of magical discharge, which appears to be some sort of magical stasis field deactivating. The two mechanical creatures inside jump to life, jostling the locker, which causes it to tilt backwards and hit against the wall. Unfortunately, that means the ceiling above the locker collapses, meaning that Parget Clank's the only person in the area effect as the ceiling comes down on top of him. He does get to make an evasion check to avoid, which he succeeds. So basically, you jump out of the rubble falling area as it all comes down. However, the mechanical things act in a hostile manner.
Oh, Kaplank, you're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
It's going to move forwards to here and attack you. Mechanical creature. Actually, it's not going to move forwards. It basically stands on the edge of the locker, fires a lightning bolt at you, Pla.
Son of a gun.
Hitting you, doing no damage at all, but it does sort of jolt you for a second. Then what happens is it and its partner both basically extend a little arm, and you see a little circular saw starts spinning up with a high-pitched whine. Clark, you're up.
Praising being heavy metal. And this is Lost in Space all over again. Do I have an area attack? I do not. My weighted net is no it's hemp, right? It's not going to do anything against their little circular saws.
Well, I mean, you can throw it on them and it will entangle them, but they will have to cut themselves free. But at the end of that, you won't have a net left. Yes.
No, we're going to go straight for some trident action. I'm going to target the one on the south. Sorry, I forgot the clicking right there. We'll re-roll that.
Where's dark vision?
No, missed that as well.
They do have dark vision. Dark vision. Oh, I know why.
One more Benny, otherwise this is all in vain. Oh, why am I've targeted bloodlust here instead of little nasty things. Is that why I'm missing constantly?
Quite possibly. Okay, hold fire. So your first attack, 5 points of damage, which missed. Your second got 5 points of damage. Yeah, they still would have all missed.
Okay, in that case, ending turn.
Okie dokie. Because this is way over there. There's nothing in the corner or something. Oh, there's little
It's
tokens.
gonna make up some distance and end.
Okay. Sargon, you're up, sir. Honorable power of bloke dust is about to expire. Okay, you move to there. Uh, yeah, some rubble. Here's Sargon. Saying anything, he's gone. Very quiet. Moved.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I should be within short range of that clockwork thing, and I have him targeted right. So I chuck a sword at him.
You hit.
All right, and
However, you are unable to get
Just
through the
something.
toughness.
okay.
Brings us to Cernan.
Well, Cernan is going to go ahead and just dart over here and poke that thing with a stick.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll bang it once. What the heck? Wow. I did not get my gang up bonus on that.
It would be the 7. I still would have missed.
Says parry 6.
You rolled a 4, so you plus 1 would only give you a 5.
Oh, right. +1. There. Okay. That's it.
I couldn't do the sums in my head, but I knew what I meant.
Yeah, no, yeah, okay. I obviously couldn't do sums either, so.
Mr. Glixagleb, sir, you're up.
All right, I don't want to waste better points. So they haven't actually attacked me yet, have they?
No, it's advancing towards you with a little sword going.
I will back up then.
You can. Outside the bomb range.
No, I'm going to stab it. I just fucking.
Okay. Now I was going to say, I was wondering about throwing bombs because just the falling over cabinet caused a rock slide. I didn't think you really
I know.
wanted to.
I had crossed my mind. Try and Benny it, see what happens. See, I've got to reach 3, so I might as well do it. Not a hit.
That's a hit.
Look at the Look at that.
Everyone's hitting. These little beggars are tough looking beggars.
Unharmed. Uh,
You needed an 8 and you got a 7.
I know. I don't want to spend the bennies.
Yeah, Triss is going to step forward with a sigh. Spend the extra power point for selective. And spend an extra 2 power points for extra damage.
Even then spring back.
Lick her lips and something that's really jarring on metal. That's why she had to do selective, because otherwise Plara would have been blasted here.
Blar.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm Benny in that. Never mind. Yeah, okay, my flute. I take my flute down from my lips and I shake it, go, what the hell?
You obviously misplayed the note. Okay, well, Clockwork Horror number 2 is going to advance into this area here, and he's going to use the circular saw on Cernan. Hitting saw, I should say. Hitting. Oh, I think he might have. I think he hit Bone. Bone Oracle. Oh, look at that bigger roll.
Yes, he did hit Bone, just not mine.
Exactly. Okay, new round, and Plar gets to go first.
Heaven help us all.
Hmm.
Can we mix some of the green goo on the floor with Glixogleb?
Probably. If you want to let it mix.
Fun for later.
I don't actually know what it is. I'll find out, but I know what it is.
None of us know what it is. That's why we want to mix it with you.
Off you go, Plar.
Right. Have I targeted Clockwork Horror 1?
No. I'll do it for you. No, that's Clockwork Horror 2, Clockwork Horror 1. You have targeted
if you
Right, and we're going in with the fork again, melee.
oof, have at it.
Oh, it's at a raise.
Whoever rates, very. Oh my word! Look at those dice go. You shook it. That one let you down.
Runty little thing.
Shaken is still a valid result. Don't forget. Just
Fair
means
enough,
it's
yeah.
easier to hurt it next time if it's shaken. However, it is going to go after you, so that it's up to you if you want to re-roll with that hit with a raise. It's really up to you.
So if it unshakes next turn, it could take a swing. I'm not too concerned about that, but yeah, happy days. Nothing I can do about it except Benny. I'm gonna burn the Benny.
Go for it.
Okay, so that is that the worst now sticks. Is that it?
No, you take the best of the two.
Right. Okay.
Unless you
so
critically
mental-
fail, which you can't on a damage roll. If you spend a penny, you always get to choose which. Keep.
Zah,
There you
take
go.
that, you little lost in space bastard.
Smack, and you destroy it.
Thank you very much. I will end on that. I'm here all week. Pegasus comes swooping in the side to support.
Okie dokie. Trist, you're up.
Yeah, well, I didn't have much luck with my magic, so I'm going to draw my bow. Damage has sucked.
Yeah, this is quite an interesting one on that. Okay, I am going to see if he's got sweep, because if he can, that circuit rotating saw could be no, but he's got frenzy that I hadn't missed that, which I hadn't picked up on. Well, you did just kill his friend, so I'm going to have a frenzied rotating saw attack on Pla. Doing shaky him. There's the whine of metal on metal. Whine
We
of
scratched your paint, Plar.
So irate.
Oh, it
Just got a
only
chrome
shakes
job
Plar?
in the last village.
That metal on metal only shakes Plar?
apparently. I've just realised all my text chats aren't working today. That's
Well,
really
all of us
depressing.
are like, ew, at the screech, gritting our teeth.
That's what I was implying, yes.
So I see what you're saying. Point taken. I shall give you all bennies because I've been typing text messages in chat and I've just realised none of them are appearing. Something very weird's up with my chat today. I can receive it, but I'm not able to send it. I don't know what's going on. You reboot and everything goes horribly wrong. I don't know. Okay, Clockwork Horror number 2 has finished its go, and that brings us to Sargon.
Okay. Is that even if that's difficult terrain, I can get to there, which should
Yep.
be close enough.
There should be fine. Yep.
And I'll Benny that.
You hit. Ah, someone just said the bennies must flow. So there you go. Aren't you lucky fellows?
That tiny little bugger, you have to box it in.
Yeah, my text chat's going to Twitch, but not to YouTube, which is annoying. Oh well.
I'll get
Okay, you shake
then.
it. You shake it. Good. Oh, well and good. And that brings us to Cernan.
Now let's try the whole poke thing again. Ah, that looks like a solid hit.
That does look like a solid hit. Okay. Yeah. Oil starts squirting out the damage and it's moving lopsidedly towards you. Gleb.
Finish him up.
Really interesting to see. I spent so much time running Fantasy Grounds games for Savage Worlds. I've forgotten how I'm going to forget things that aren't automatic in the face-to-face. It's going to get interesting. Okay, what is it with your damage rolls today, guys? Your hits are very good. Your damage rolls are just terrible. I think you're after a Dusty the Bin with that one. Now there's a reference from the UK. That's it. Down he goes. 3, 2, 1. Okie dokie. So that includes the activities. That there's still another locker, of course.
Yeah. Another locker? I was hoping that you could look in the lockers
Lars
and
not
find...
even waiting for permission.
Well, he's opening that locker. Can I have a poke at this? What's the green glue? Glue?
Green goo. That's a very good question.
Is it glue? Or what? Or is it Soylent Green?
It's mint jelly. All we're missing is the sheep.
Ragged lengths of chain hang from bent pulleys and twisted gantries. The shattered glass containment canisters. The thick viscous shellac is okay. Well, yeah. Do you want to make an alchemy roll?
That's
Oh,
what I was
then
getting at.
Target Clank has successfully unlocked the second
That
locker.
was what I was thinking. Can we have a
Okie
sample,
dokie.
please?
So the green goo is hardened megapede amniotic fluid and has the consistency of dried eggs.
There's a
Yeah, they ha-
Thrycreen like grinning ear to ear somewhere hearing that.
Yeah, so basically they had eggs inside the chambers and all the eggs have hatched and presumably slithered off down the holes into the cargo bay.
Inside of this no, it shouldn't be parcels. Inside this locker is a device. It looks very similar. Well, in fact, it looks identical to the things you saw. Oh no!
On the painting?
It. Yes. Oh, no wonder why. Why do I always click images when I'm trying to click items? I do it every time without fail. So it appears to be a device like you saw that. Where was the mural? It was the mural. Is chasing a low fry green hunter. On the megapede's back is a clutch of goo-covered eggs, each the size of the halfling. Above on the ridge, two Thrycreen aiming strange, many-hued tentacle weapons at the clutch of eggs, whilst the rest stand by with fishing nets. Well, what you're looking at here appears to be one of those tentacle weapons. However, can I have a repair check, Blah?
With the greatest of pleasure. Yes.
It's okay. We are in the you're looking over the device. You determine that this particular item has seen better days and appears to be damaged. You reckon it will work for a while, but eventually it will fail, becoming non-magical. And that's your opinion. There also appears there's also in this locker a pair of long-handled fishing nets and a business card.
Do you know what? We might have to if these things are hatched right and then they've gone down to the basement and then they've basically grown up and running around. The only way we might get eggs is fresh eggs off the back of a parent using the tools in the locker.
Whose business card was it? What does it say on that?
The business card, picking up the business card, it's a business card for a magic items dealer named Frictionless Dan.
And there's a bunch of parts not necessarily working in this locker.
The nets are non-magical. The nets are non-magical, constructed of wood and almost frictionless netting.
No,
We'll
it's not
keep
that
these
there's
for
parts
later.
in there that aren't working. It's that there's a machine in there that is working, but is soon going to become parts.
Yes. So I've put the business card, the damaged tentacular grapple, and the frictionless, weighted frictionless nets in the party sheets. If anyone wishes to take hold of them. Okay. Is that you opening the hatch, Glix?
Did we look at what's down these cargo hatches?
Well, that's what I was thinking. I can't see a sodden thing down the cargo hatches.
It's pitch black down the cargo hatches.
But I was going to say, if you want to feel brave about it, you could maybe drop a lantern down, or really lower a lantern down the hatches. Before we open the hatch, we could put a light down through the cargo thing.
Although, as you look down into the darkness below, you do get the sense of space down there. Which hatch you look? Oh, you're looking down the northern one. As you look around, you do see there appears to be some glow coming from that direction. And yeah, as you're looking down the hatch, probably from a control panel or something. Which here you can't see much, just a glow. It's the only light in the area. There's as far as you can tell from the light, there seems to be a raised platform. You suspect that's control panels on.
Glix, open that hatch and see if more light shows up down here.
All right, go and open up the hatch.
Open the hatch. You can see a shaft of light. Whoops. You can see a shaft of light as you look down the hole in that direction, and you can see a set of a ladder descending downwards.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on you from up here. You go ahead and go on down.
What?
You're going down, Glix.
But I thought some of the more kind of sturdy people might want to go down.
You're not going down. That's what. Are you going down, Glix, or you're not going down?
I'm soft and squishy. Why do I have to go down?
You're the one by the hatch, and so they said, "Off you go." It's up to you if you want to go. Is all I'm saying.
Well, I can see in the dark.
Okay, I'm going to put you at the top. I'm going to put you open the hatch, and I'll put you at the top of the ladder.
Right. If I'm being volunteered, I'll go down the ladder.
Okay, so you're at the you basically open the hatch and start climbing into the ladder, and that's what you see when you look down.
And I'm gonna watch him from the top of the hatch because I ain't going down till I'm sure it's safe.
Descend into the massive dark cargo bay. The air is warm and moist, carrying an earthly, slightly sour smell. A large wooden walkway and platform cling to the western wall, about 15 feet above the gravel floor. A number of canisters sit along the southern part of the walkway. Next to the cavern wall to the south, you can't see that bit, so obviously, but you will later on. But you can also see beyond the visibility of your dark vision, or your whatever it is, you can see lights on the console over there. A lightly glowing control panel is visible to the north.
Holler if you need help.
So at the moment, I'm treating you as if you're at the top of the ladder, so you're 2 squares up.
What do you see?
Well, it goes down. It's just basically a gravel floor, and then there's wooden walkways 15 feet above the the bottom. But there's a glowing panel down here, and there's a whole load of canisters as well. I could just see the edge of a canister to the top of the ladder.
Maybe those canisters have more eggs that are intact that we can just take them and
I don't know. I can't even really see from here.
Okay, well, Cernan's going to jump and fly to land on this corner of the platform.
From what Glixaglade said, that won't. The loading bay areas aren't over the platforms. They'll put you down to the cavern floor.
That's what my wings are for.
Okie dokie.
To fly over and land there.
Oh yeah, because you only go southwards. I was in dark mode, so I couldn't actually see what was going on. Sorry.
That's okay.
And Trista's gonna start down the ladder behind Clicks.
I mean, it's all clear. You can come down. I can't see anything.
Yeah, I don't see anything dangerous down here. It is dark. It is dark, obviously.
You can see the control panel, and there's lights on the control panel.
There's a couple of canisters over here, but I don't know what the canisters are about.
Trist has followed Clicks down, but I don't know how to move me over there.
You are there.
So what exactly is the canisters then?
Are they labeled?
Is irregular dome carried knife. Descends 75 feet to an elevated by 15 feet. Control panel. Well, I can't see anything about the canisters.
So I'm having a wild guess here. So they have the eggs upstairs in embryo liquid, and then the eggs hatch, and then they lower them through the hatches down to the bottom, and then they observe them from these platforms.
These canisters over here have more eggs. That's all we need is 4 eggs. That was the deal.
Don't know what the canisters. I honestly don't know what the canisters are.
We'll have a look at the machine. What's the glowy machine?
Control panel. You can clearly see the controls that turn on the lights and open the cargo bay doors. More complicated controls, you reckon, allow for the operator to manipulate the cranes overhead to load cargo. With a flick of the switch, I think it's Sargon saying he wants to over. With a flick of a switch, you reckon you can activate the glyphs? Yeah, can activate the glyphs in the ceiling, which will turn on the lights.
Shall we put the lights on? Because I can't see anything.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Flick them up.
Aye, let's power on the lights.
You
I
power
don't
on
want
the
to
lights.
let's not open the cargo bay door, because I want to know exactly what we're dealing with. I got a funny feeling, though, if these things start scuttling about, we may have to lean over the balcony and go fishing for eggs attached to the backs of the creatures.
I'm going to move Plar. I'm going to move Plar over as well.
Well, that's what I was just thinking. Was Cernan is going to be looking under the platforms? Do I see anything moving around down there?
I've noticed. Check. Please. Three. Are you happy with a 3?
4's not much better, but I'm not going to spend another one.
Okay. You can't see anything.
Right, so maybe it's like cockroaches. Well, should we put the lights on and see what scurries?
Obviously, because I don't have a problem with the slightly metagaminess of it, because if we were at a table, you would have seen the same thing. After Cerner made his notice check, the GM did suspiciously roll a dice, just to point that out.
I knew, but I'm just going to give it a damn.
And then told Cern, and only then did he tell Cern that his notice check didn't spot anything. It's a bit of metagaming information there.
Well, I mean, the only other thing I can do is do this. Just before we put the lights on. To go over there. No, I still can't see anything.
You don't need notice checks if you're trying to look for stuff.
I have a well, I don't know. It's just I can see in the dark, but honest, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Well, now the red lights are on, you can't see in the dark, can you? Because the lights overwhelm your dark vision, don't they? Oh, I see what you mean. You can see slightly further. I see what you're saying. Looks again got a 6 on his notice. Are you happy with us? Are you happy with a 6?
I am happy with the 6.
Okie dokie.
Well, honestly, I have no idea.
Hang on, I did something wrong. I just need to do something correct. Underneath the platform, you notice something.
Then. Yeah, there's something hiding underneath the platform, and it's get big and scaly, and it looks pissed off.
Indeed. The very big creature, basically sensing everyone up there and then seeing you see it, Glixglim, it sort of rears up and then slams down on the ground hard. I need agility checks from everybody on the walkways. As the whole asteroid shakes.
Maybe they got the wrong eggs.
Okay, if you fail your agility check, you will be knocked prone, but other than that, you'll be fine. Then we're going to do that. Cernan.
Yeah, might as well put the lights on now.
The lights are on. That's what the red lights are on, aren't they?
I don't see any red glow. No.
Oh shit! Can you guys not see the? Oh, I'm an idiot. So sorry. You see him now? The red lights.
I do. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forget the first turn on is GM only. So there's me thinking you've all seen the whole map bathed in the red lights you've turned on, and you can see.
No, that's why I've been moving about because I'm using Darkseid.
I apologise. Okay, so
all the extremes I could.
So basically, hidden, emerging from under the piles of trash and debris directly under the platform, is what appears to be a fully matured megapede. It has 6 eggs upon its back. They're roughly 2 feet in diameter, and from what you know, they weigh about 30 pounds. It has the consistency of an underinflated water balloon.
Eggs!
Can that thing climb up here? Probably.
Possibly, however, honest, it's 150 feet long, so it probably would completely crush the
150 feet long, I guess.
Yeah.
50. Don't squash the eggs.
Violent area of effect attacks could very well damage eggs, for the record.
Fine. Take all the fun out of my life.
Well, don't forget you're here to get the eggs, and the eggs are on the back of the creature.
Yeah,
so
I know.
You don't actually need to hurt the creature. You just need to get the eggs.
I'm actually going to go on hold.
Eggs can only be grabbed from above. The eggs are 10 feet above the ground. So actually, if you're 10 feet or higher, you can. While on the megapede's back, the eggs are 10 feet above the ground. Did anyone pick up the tentacular grapple, or did you all leave it in the cupboard?
Well, I picked up the net.
You did indeed. So you could trap it like so. Okay, Sargon.
Okay, sorry, just a minute. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my mouse.
No problem at all. We've all been there.
This way then. There we go. All right. Powers.
Actually, telekinesis would probably work with a strength, with a good enough strength check. Thinking about it.
Do not have telekinesis. I only have mage hand. So I will. This thing is 150 feet long. You said, right?
Yep, it is size. How big is it? It is size 14, I think. Size 13.
So there is enough space for me to jump on its back.
Oh, there's more than enough space for you to jump upon its back. If you wish.
No.
Okay. So first off, I will combat tab. I will move over to
Yeah,
there.
Mage Hand most certainly can't. Mage Hand can move one, but it wouldn't be able to hold the egg. Mage Hand is £25 to minimum. I noticed Bella had gone away. Megapede.
Okay.
With 6 eggs on its back, Blah. And no one took the grappler.
Oh dear.
You might want to go back up the ladder and pick up the grappler.
I have a thought.
Run away.
Indeed, on your
So,
action.
Actually, can I get the pig to do it?
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, because the pig can fly. 75 feet.
No, that's good. Let's go for it.
6.
Sargon is overconfident, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just about to say, what the bloody hell are
Get
you
in,
doing?
my
No.
So he jumps the thing to land on top of this huge ass creature.
Yep.
Athletics roll to land on it without smashing any eggs.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Oh!
Okie dokie. Right. That was. Right, first things
Next,
first,
next.
I am going to absolutely award you, Benny, for completely reminding me about the chance of smashing eggs. So I'm definitely awarding you a Benny there for giving me the beautifully evil thing that just happened with your critical failure. So I'm just going to create a nice new.
You're rolling to see if I miss him or whether I land on an egg.
You obviously a critical fail is obviously you're going to land on an egg and then fall off, isn't it? Basically.
That seems
Gonna be
about
all
good
slimy with egg bits.
Yeah. So there's.
Seems
So I'm going to share this so as we keep target of it. So eggs left 5.
Oh my God, he's got it in his moustache.
So I'll just create how many eggs you've got versus how many eggs are left, and we're down to 5 eggs left. That's fine. Okay, so eggs are 10 feet off the ground, so that would be a /DMG 1d6 plus. Actually, it's just 1d6 damage now, isn't it? Because it's a d6 per 10 feet now. So yeah, you land on the ground. With no injuries, however, obviously you are prone on the ground.
Megapede hanging over you.
With a megapede hanging
That's
over
not
you.
bad.
Right.
Cantrips are a regular action or.
Cantrips are a regular action.
Okay, yeah, not worried about that. And
Unless you've got an edge that lets you.
Well, since I can't do melee since I'm prone, I'll just throw it.
Well, you're not actually in melee, don't forget, because it hasn't engaged you yet, and you haven't. You know what I mean? You jumped on top, fell off, and landed. So you started from there. So you're technically out of pace, so you're on prone, aren't you? But other than that, you can select, of course.
Yeah. How far away would he be count though?
How far
Just
away?
as yeah.
How far would what be? You cut out. I didn't hit. Megapede's pretty much looming over the top of you. You literally just fell off the side of it.
All right, so it's short range then. All right, good.
The megapede is right in front of you. The eggs on top of the megapede are 10 feet above you. It's long, it's very long, but not very tall. I mean, obviously a 10-foot tall centipede is still bloody huge, but you know what I mean.
Right. Forgot about that. So that. Okay. So I will chuck a soul blade up into him then.
Okie dokie. Oh, you hit it.
Oh, what? That's not right. That's supposed to be a D10. Why aren't you a D10?
Let's have a look at your character sheet. Which one was it?
I just fixed it. I've made it throw another 3
Yeah.
points of damage. Another 6 points of damage. And
Yeah, raised damage should be D10 and should be a semicolon in there.
and then let's try it this way. We'll make him vulnerable. $19. I still want to shaken him, damn it. But he's vulnerable. Okay. That is everything.
Okie dokie. Right,
I
well,
probably should have distracted instead. That's going to end on his turn, isn't it?
no, you've done this. Yeah. I don't know why.
Distracted ends at the end of their turn, right?
Yeah, distracted ends the turn. Vulnerable will. Well, actually, both distracted and vulnerable end at the end of its go. It doesn't make yeah. But should we say distracted? Yeah, distracted would have been a. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, I'm going to fire a psychic bomb at Cernan and miss because I'm not distracted, but I missed anyway. So you're okay, Cernan. It tried to cause your mind to blow. The only thing I need to happen now is, as at the end of its turn, Sargon needs to make a vigor check. Sargon is fine. He does not suffer any effects from the Megapede's life drain ability. Just being in proximity of them, you can actually feel it sucking life force out of you. Gleb, you're up.
Gleb will cast 5 power points. Polymorphic Flubber.
Okay.
And I will try turning into a size 0 bird.
Okay.
Like a biggest bird I can think, like a big condor or a big eagle or something like that. And then I will try and fly down and grab an egg off its back. Something big enough that will be able to pick up an egg.
30 pounds of egg.
Well, a size 0 bird. Is there such a thing?
Hey. Here we are. Harpy eagles apparently can lift up to 40 pounds.
That will do. Something that flies.
The harpy eagle is one of the strongest birds on Earth. This large bird of prey lives in tropical forests throughout Central America. Harpy eagles with a recorded lift capacity of up to 40 pounds.
There you go. I'll have one of them, please. Size. Well, 5 power points will get me a man-sized eagle.
So there we go. Oh, for crying out loud, I can't spell today. So Gleb turns into an eagle.
Right, and then so all I've done is I've cast it, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to there and see if I can pull it out from underneath that. See if I can get it. Might come out to play, but I haven't multi-action. So next turn I'm going to swoop on it.
Okay, I say you're flying out to there. Sorry, yeah.
Trista's going to move cautiously forward, and then she's going to multi-action.
Okay.
That'll teleport her onto the damn thing's back. Now, can I get between 2 eggs where I can put an arm around each egg?
Being a
Lodge.
gnome, probably not.
Okay, well, I'm going to put my arms around one egg and I'm going to teleport back.
Mega feed. I'll just put the weight in at 30 pounds.
So I just pulled one egg out and I've teleported back to where I started.
Okay, so we're going to take. So Trist, you get there. You. Okay. Right. So you teleport there. You need to make an strength check to peel the egg off. Once you teleport, so you teleport onto the creature's back. That's no
Is that
problem at all.
not 3 actions?
Not really. I'm not going to be that mean. It's just picking something up.
Well, I didn't say I was going to pick it up. I'm just going to put my arms around it. I don't have to lift it if I teleport. That becomes irrelevant. I can move all kinds of stuff.
Except that it's connected to the megapede.
Yeah. Which is why I'm going to say the strength check is you pulling it towards you before you teleport is the logic I'm going with.
Okay.
Okay.
So I succeed getting one egg.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Given that they weigh 30 pounds, I think 2 eggs would have weighed nobbled you. Okay. I now just need to check something. The roll doesn't matter. Yeah, spellcasting is not affected by being encumbered. So you teleport from where you started back to where you came from, holding you now have a megapede egg in your inventory. And you are encumbered. And you're encumbered. Very well done,
I'm
though.
going to set the egg down on the.
I would say the canisters are probably for transporting eggs, thinking about it logically. Probably safely.
Well,
The eggs are fragile.
I'm going to set the egg here on the boardwalk or walkway or whatever it is.
Okay.
And yell to the guys, got one!
An egg down. There we go. One megapede egg.
And it occurs to me after I get back, maybe I should have helped Sargon. Well, I got an egg.
Hey, Trist, do you have rope?
Nope. What do I need rope
Yeah.
for? I got teleport.
Nah, I need rope, man. I need rope bad.
Why do you need a bad rope?
Well, because I have a block and tackle, a net, and a Pegasus retriever. I was planning on falling back to Trist to obtain the rope and tie a grappling to that, attach that to the net, have Pegasus head out to Megapede, drop the net around an egg or as many as possible, and then the grappling hook takes up the sides of the net, tension the rope, capture. Interrupt
Wow.
twice.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty complex. It was a lot of. I started writing in a notepad.
Why don't you just send Pegasus to go and get a fishing rod?
He has. Certain requests running. I've already sent Pegasus flying back up. It took him all of Pegasus' 12-inch fly just to fly back up to the hatch. Pegasus is at the top of the hatch.
I'm coming back with rope. Okay.
Well, Pegasus has only got to the top of the hatch. He hasn't even gone through the hatch yet. He's just flown vertically up. It's 12 inches straight up. I've just measured it. That ladder is 12 inches of game height, 75 feet.
Right, I guess I can start by walloping the net over an egg or eggs so long, so throwing that. Can I target the egg or do I target the back of Megapede?
Just target Megapede. We'll factor in the fact it's not huge afterwards by modifying the dice down the relevant numbers. Targeted. Then a 9 versus that would be gargantuan +6, but it's not +6 because it's actually a 7, but that's still a hit. The eggs are small. No, actually, no, they're halfling size, so they're fine. So, yep, you throw the net, you basically move over so you're above it, drop the net down, and basically drop it over an egg.
Excellent. I'm guessing because I'm close range, I can pull that off, or not quite.
Yep, strength check. Yep, no problem at all. You dislodge, by pulling on the net, you dislodge an egg.
Eggs. That's great.
Next round, you can haul it up.
Thank you.
Pegasus has already done this fly, so we're on to the next. And I haven't spent any bennies today. I'm going to spend bennies until I get much further up the combat tracker. There we go. I get to go first. Okay, the Megapede is quite upset. It seems quite... Okay, so first thing it does... it exudes a pungent odor. I need everyone... So Cernan, Glixagleb, Flar, and Sargon all need to make vigor checks.
Oh, no. And should the bot be affected by odor, or is it that acid?
It's probably got some very unpleasant aspects to it. Anyone who fails is distracted, basically. That's the net result.
My eggs.
Can I just elect? Have I breathed in, or can I just elect not to breathe?
No, you've shape changed into a bird. Now a bird. Birds need to breathe. Glixagleb's distracted, but everyone else is okay. Okay, and then the Megapede screams and runs off. Sargon, you're up. Leaving the egg that was obviously Sargon has in his net dangling 10 feet above the ground.
Par is also affected, isn't he?
Oh, Plar was he? I didn't notice. Yes, thank you.
How tall was this thing?
How tall was what? The
Megapede, how, like, height-wise, how tall?
The eggs are on the back of the Megapede, and the eggs are 10 feet off the ground. Therefore, the Megapede is 10 feet tall.
And we've got 2 eggs so far.
You've got 1 egg safe, 1 egg hanging in the balance, literally. What I'm going to do...
But my strength check should have pulled it off. Now it's just a case of...
Yeah, it's in the net.
I figured the millipedes. Yeah, it ran
It's in the
away.
net, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why I've put it dangling. I'm just putting 3 more eggs. I'm just putting 3 more eggs on the map over there. They're just there so I can put them in the right place when the time comes. They're also a visual representation of what you've got left. So this one's dangling 10 feet off the ground at the moment. So if you critically fail pulling it up, you see, it's all over. It's not good. You're lying prone on the ground at the moment, having spent a point of conviction.
I'll spend half my movement to get up.
It's only 2 inches. Get
Oh,
up.
okay. I'll head to there.
Okay, I will probably
And
a bit like that. You're now underneath the platform.
double the length with a raise. Okay.
ones on you guys because you're on the
We'll
platform.
try that. So that is going to be 1, 2. That won't kick off unless I try to make it damaging. So 2 points, 4 points, 4 power points. And cross my fingers for arrays. Powers. Did that work right?
You successfully cast a psionic barrier.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it added the conviction die.
That is very true. You found a new bug. No, when I dragged it, when I drag it off your character sheet, did you do that from a shortcut?
No, I did it from my powers tab.
I don't know. Because I just took it from your powers tab and it worked. So I didn't notice the original roll, how many dice rolled. Because it should be D6 plus 6, shouldn't it? It must have done it. So it must have actually done it on the 8. And we just didn't see it. Because if you're showing conviction D6, but when I take it off your character sheet, it does show 2D6 plus your powers dice, which is correct. So if you want to spend a penny to get the 20, I don't have a problem with that.
All right. Yes, I do. All right. So, yay for magical powers and drawing, and it's not letting me draw. All right. So, fine. I create a barrier.
Hang on. Unlock drawing layer. Now you can draw. Go for it. Draw. Oh, you can do that. That's even easier. Yeah.
All right. So,
The barrier creates a straight wall of 5 inches, which is fine.
I spent 2 points, 2 bonus points on it.
Yep.
1 for size, 1 for shaping.
Which doubles the length and height. Yeah.
So it automates. So it goes from 5 squares to 10 squares.
Yeah.
And then
Understood. Yep.
The raise.
Yep. Agreed. I completely agree. Can't have a roof or floor, but basically you've entrapped it. Yeah, I completely agree with that interpretation of the power. That's a very good use of a sonic back walls of sonic force surround the. Very clever. I like it.
Duration. So I should probably put that.
In.
Is toughness raise? It is with a raise. All right, so I will drop that on myself to keep track of it.
Barrier power with shaping modifier.
No. That took. Okay. And that was move, that was act, and we have entrapped it. I am happy.
Okay. Okay, that brings us to Cernan.
Slip away from that, yes. Bug.
Cernan is going to run again. Not quite so good this time. To there.
Okay, you run to there.
And I know it's way too far away, so
there, weren't you?
yeah, let's go ahead and throw a quick bone shard at it. Who knows?
Hit one of the eggs.
Trip forward. Definitely.
Oh, it's got. Yeah, it could just go shatter. Okay.
Yeah. Glixacleb, you're in the stink field at the moment. It's affecting your concentration.
So I'm distracted. So how far can I move?
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't put the effect on, did I?
What's the flight speed of fully laden?
I didn't get far there.
Have flight speed of 24.
Right. So.
All right, and
we've got 23 for 22. What I'll do is I'll fly over and try to grab an egg, even though I am distracted.
Okay. Bloody invisible wall. Okay. Hang on.
Well, this is turning out as expected. This is extrusion related difficulty, and that's no yoke.
Go for it. Let's have a strength check. Benny's all round for that one. So that's I'm saying that. Yeah, I'll give Benny's all round for that one.
Athletics for it, yes.
Strength.
Seems reasonable. Strength.
Yep. So actually, I'm just modifying before you roll. Hold fire. Okay, because you did specify a specific breed of bird. Okay, go for it.
Okay, so you've modified it to 2d6, right? Okay. Come on.
You would have done that if you weren't distracted. You get grip on it, you grab hold of it, but by when you fly off.
I'll risk it for a Benny.
Okay.
No.
Right. Okay, so let's I just need to retcon things because that's absolutely fine. So you fly in, you grab hold of the egg to try and put it away, and you fail miserably, and your feet are stuck to the egg.
Okay, and now I'm on a flap.
No, your feet are stuck to the egg. Trist, you go to put the egg down, and you put the egg down. You can't let go of it. It's stuck to your hands. It's stuck to you.
Yeah, they're a bit sticky. They've got glue on them. I've just discovered it.
I'm going to move over here closer to the Cernan to get a little bit closer.
Okie dokie.
And then rinse and repeat.
You're holding an egg. You can't cast spells.
I specified that I was setting it down.
You did. You put it down, and when you stood back up, the egg was still stuck to you and your hands.
The eggs are covered in glue. That's how they're stuck to the creature.
Okay, what do I need to do to get free from it?
You need to basically make another successful strength check to break free from the egg, and this does count as an action because for all intents and purposes, you're
well, then
entangled with the egg.
I'm going to multi-action because
No problem.
I'm going to break free.
Yep. Okay. You successfully peel yourself off the egg because it's literally stuck around your torso. So you literally get it off and eventually manage to get the egg or peel the egg free of your hands. Then you move the 5 inches you specified.
I'll have to stay on its back around.
5. There you go. That's the 5 inches you said you were going to do.
And that'll teleport me to its back to another egg.
Okay, you teleport onto its back to another egg.
And that would be my turn.
Indeed. You teleport onto the back of the megapede. There's a large bird of prey with its feet stuck on an egg, desperately flapping to take off, and it's not getting anywhere. Okay. Pegasus flies across, picks up the grappler, and starts flying back. You do. Oh, you're trying to pull up the egg. So that'll be an athletics to pull up that egg.
Rat's tries went with agility.
That's fine. I don't mind. I really don't mind. Okay, you successfully you successfully haul up the egg, and even with a multi-action penalty, if you want to act still, you successfully pull that egg back. So you have an egg inside a frictionless net. Means the egg doesn't stick. You can peel the net off the egg easily.
Was there more than one frictionless net?
I have the other one.
Okay, I didn't realize there was there were more than one.
There was 2, but they were athletics, so that's why I grabbed it because I know I got high athletics.
Yeah, so do I. Well, moderately so.
I wasn't quite expecting this, but
No, yeah, me on the other side. I didn't grab one of those frictionless ones. I was using the regular net.
Oh,
from
you're
my
using the regular
inventory.
net, so there's in that case, there's still a frictionless net upstairs as well. But if you want to spend a penny, if you want to spend a
what's-
penny sterling,
what's
you can
Piglet's
retcon that you
initiative?
picked it up.
Well, no, I've got one in my inventory.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
that,
fine
that
then.
makes
That's it.
sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's
If
why
you got
I
one in your
read this, 'cause
inventory,
otherwise-
yeah, that's what I read. Sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying. Yeah, you've got a net as well. That's fine. Okay, so in that case, you've got an egg in your net, which is absolutely fine. However, it's very much stuck to your net.
Yeah, that net is a gooey, sticky mess, like a
I mean,
fly
you can
trap
clear
by
it
now.
up, but it's obviously you don't want. What I'm trying to say, you can't reuse that net because it's not frictionless. But you got an egg. Congratulations, that's 2 eggs.
Thank you. Well, yeah, and sorry, here's a point of humor. I was AFK and I came back to the screen and there was a centipede, and it sounded like these eggs were attractive. So I have no idea what I have other than it's an egg and everyone wants one.
Don't forget, you came here to bring back 4 eggs.
this is what we're This is what your favor is for.
Yeah. It should also be pointed out. It should
Fantastic.
also be pointed out that Sargon's got broken egg all over him. So one of the eggs has been broken so far.
In that case, I'm gonna guard this egg.
I just got a joker.
You got
You
a
made a very-
joker, which means everyone gets a Benny because you got the joker.
And do I need to spend a penny to keep my conviction? I mean, I know it's good for this round, but
You need to spend a Benny if you want to keep your conviction going before you end your turn. You need to drop a Benny in the conviction box.
okay. Well,
So
let
we-
me go ahead and finish my turn. I'm going to wrap my arms around the
The
egg that Glix is, or what's his name? Glix is stuck to.
Yep.
And I'm going to try to, and you need a strength check to see if I can free it, right?
Yes, it's only because the idea is it's the strength check that
And
you
this
pull it
is a
free for the
multi-action
teleport.
with a strength check and another teleport.
No,
right?
this because this is you just grabbing the egg off the thingy. I'm not going to count. I'm being nice. That's not an action. It's freeing yourself as an action because it's easy to pull it off if you're just yanking it to teleport away. So yeah, you pull it
Okay,
free.
and
That's
this is
okay.
one- And Glix is stuck to it, right?
Glix is stuck to the egg, so you and Glix,
So when
you're
I
going to have to pay to
teleport, it should
teleport.
take both of them. Yeah, it'll take
If you,
both
you
of
you'll
them.
have to pay the PowerPoint, but yes,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I always pay
Otherwise he'll stay
PowerPoint
behind.
when I use the power.
Yeah.
Have a rule or something, right?
Okay, so you can teleport yourself anywhere you like,
And
12 inches.
and one more egg right back to where I was started.
There are 5 eggs left, and you've got 3 of them. Okay, so let's say yes. You're going to get to there, and I'll
I
pay you the other side.
And then I'll spend a penny to keep my conviction going another round.
Okay, I'll put an egg. I shall put an egg there. Hang on, egg. Why did the egg stop moving?
I rescued Glix, so
Yeah.
you can thank me later, Glix.
There's another egg.
Oh,
Clicks. It's your go now. You're still stuck to the egg, of course.
Oh, right.
Not on the back of the centipede anymore.
I'm going to multi-action.
Okay.
I'm going to unstick myself from the egg.
Okay. Just
Said
need a
my
success.
conviction expired and I'd spent the penny to keep it going.
Hang on,
It's
just
okay. I know you said you would, so I'll just do that. No problem at all. Used? Conviction. There we go. You just spent the Benny. You didn't drop it in the thingy. That's fine. It's my mistake. Okay, you break free of the egg.
break free of the egg.
Give us what I
We
can
still need
do.
one more, though, don't we?
We got 2.
I just realised I couldn't do that, can't I? Because then you can see how many eggs are left on the mega feed.
1, 2, 3. We still need. How many do we need?
One more.
We need at least 4. We do need one more.
Oh well, if I'm free of the egg, I might as well have a crack at it.
Okay.
I will fly in, and on the second action, I will try and grab an egg off its back.
Okay, that'd be a strength check. Loose.
I'll probably end up stuck again, rinse and repeat, but no wins.
Yeah, you're stuck to the egg.
But I'm not distracted this time, so it's in. The odds are there's a raise.
Okay, you and the egg are in the air.
Right. Just have a. That's me. That's about as far as I can fly. Right. Just I'll just go for altitude and have a general bimbo back.
Okay, that gets us to Cernan.
Now, does this rope or does this net rather have like a pullback rope on it? So if I throw it out here, there's at least a reasonable chance I can pull it back.
There is, however, I just need to remember a bit of retconning. Someone got stuck on the back of the. Oh no, it didn't end its turn. You're fine. Okay. You don't get energy drained by being stuck on the Megapede's back.
In which case, I am going to attempt to throw this net onto the egg.
Okay.
Yeah, I might as well get an extra one in case I land badly with this one.
Okay, the frictionless net is basically you successfully throw the frictionless net onto the egg.
And I will pull.
Give it a pull. See what happens.
Excuse me.
Okay, you pull the egg loose. It's off the Megapede. Obviously hanging in the air, and next round you can pull it in. Gets us to Sargon, whose conviction will expire at the end of his turn.
Yep. Do me a favor. Remove the prone off of me, please.
I certainly will. I apologise for not removing it sooner. There you go.
Okay. I'm going to continue my thing. So
I'm not sure if I moved you exactly the right spot. If you meant to go one square further, be my guest.
a little bit further away, just because it did try to drain me. No, not further down. That was the edge of my.
Oh, sorry.
Edge of my limit. All right, so yeah, I can hit it. All right. I will motion, and a bunch of my soul blades will go flying at this thing. It's set for non-lethal damage. Heavy weapon boost. And it hits with a raise. So
Don't forget you put barriers in front of it, so you'll actually hit the barriers first.
These are telepathic blades.
Oh, sorry, I'm not sure how that works against a telepathic barrier, if that makes sense. You'll hit if you're casting out an area of effective damage, it will hit the barriers first. Is the point I'm trying to make. I'm not saying you can't roll the damage. It's just you will damage the barrier as well. Is what I'm saying. For the record. Doesn't mean you won't hurt it. It's just you might break your own barrier that's keeping it in place.
Well, that's the thing. I don't want to break my barrier. I just. Can I get any height? Is there any way for me to get any height so I can shoot down over it?
You'd have to You'd have to get back up on the. You'd have to get up on the platform. The platform is higher than your barriers. That makes sense because you're on the ground level, aren't you?
How tall are the platforms?
15 feet up.
All right. That would have been enough. All right, I'll multi-action.
Although,
Trigger. Sorry, what?
yeah, climbing up is different to using the steps. So there is a you.
Let me finish.
Yep.
I'm going to multi-action,
Oh,
and then
I
I will
misheard you.
use Wall Walker.
Okay, point taken. So go on then. So that would turns that hit on the megapede down to a 20, which it doesn't change anything. The multi-action is not affected, so you get up to there. Then you are casting downwards into it. You will need to. You can angle it such a you can angle it like that so you don't hit the egg that's dangling between you and it. That won't.
Don't care about hitting the egg. I'm doing the damage as non-lethal. I don't care about hitting the egg. It shouldn't be hurt from this because it's not meant to kill. Where was I? Oh yes, Blade Storm, boasted damage, armor penetration, and heavy weapons. So, is he targeted in the combat tracker? No, he's not. So,
well, you hit him with a raise already, so you're okay. I'm just intrigued
yeah,
about
but this thing
I'm just
is
intrigued about heavy weapon.
It's not marked as being. It's 2 points to count as a heavy weapon, 2 points for boost the damage, and then a point for armor penetration.
That's fine.
But it's I'm doing it as non-lethal to just try and knock it out.
Okay. 2 wounds. Okay, that's 2 wounds of non-lethal, which doesn't actually matter. And then until it's incapacitated. So yeah, you inflict 2 wounds upon it. Okay.
And moved. Yeah, that's everything.
I'm going to say,
All
yeah,
right.
it's magic. It's magic. The whole point is the whole point of heavy weapon is that you have to spend an extra power points to affect it. So it's not necessarily like it's extra damage or extra hitting hard, is it? It's it's magic. So yeah, I don't have a problem with a non-lethal heavy weapon. Yeah. No. I was just.
There isn't an option to bypass the armor.
No, exactly. I don't have a problem with it. It's heavy weapons a meta game aspect to say you need to hit it really hard to affect it. So that's, as far as I'm concerned, is fine. It's mega damage capacity, isn't it? In Rifts is heavy weapons and heavy armor. But anyway, Pla, you're up.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, how is Pegasus progressing with the?
Oh, Pegasus, good point.
Grappler?
Pegasus, 8 inches to get to there, which then puts Pegasus here, which means Pegasus is 8 inches above the ground. So, yeah. So he's another 7 inches to fly down. He'll reach you next round. By then, you probably won't need the bloody thing.
No, good exercise. Who needs help? What can I do to assist the party? This egg is obviously safe over here.
We'll
Don't
just
need
get
to-
ready.
Check out those tanks. I think we need to get the eggs into those tanks to transport them.
I think you do. I think the canisters are a safe way to transport the eggs without them breaking.
Oh, you might want to catch us because I don't have confidence I can land with this thing.
Right. I'm gonna try and make the way back to the canister with the egg.
Okie dokie. Six, you can get to there. No problem at all. You walk over with the egg. Pegasus is flying. Okay, Megapede. Megapede's got hit there. It is remaining shaken. Megapede's going to attempt to unshake. Megapede unshakes. Okay, Megapede is going to try to break through the barrier. That will hit the barrier, doing explode. 10 points of damage. You got the raise, didn't you? Did you put the extra points in for the...
Yes, I did.
I thought you
Toughness
did.
12.
Yeah, I thought you did. I seem to recall you did. So it's not enough. He butts into the barrier, but he doesn't cause it to break. Okay, new round. Pars first.
Almost to the tanks, Plar.
All right, almost there. We're gonna stash that.
Hey, yep. You and an egg gets to the first. But almost at the tanks. Yeah, you get to the first canister. You can just shove the whole gooey netty mess into that canister if you want.
Yeah, let's take care of that. Let's get that wrapped up.
Okay, so that's technically you've got 5 eggs, 4 eggs captured. There's 4 eggs left, 4 eggs captured, 1 egg in canister. That's the current status of affairs. Pegasus will fly down 7 inches to 5, 6, 7 to get to there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pegasus gets to there with the tentacular grapula. And then we get to
Grapple
Simon.
that other egg and drag it to the...
Okay, Cernan is going to pull up this egg
Okay.
and say, let's grab the 5th one just in case.
Okay.
And then very carefully, keeping the net away from my body, start heading back towards the canisters.
Jimmy Bunker has arrived, and you know what that means? He said something. Okay, athletics, pull the egg up.
Thank heavens for that.
Do not smack it on the side as you pull it up. Yeah, you're fine. You pull it up the egg. No problem at all. Megapede, God. Trist, you have got another. You are carrying another egg. It's stuck to you.
Okay, I'm still stuck to this egg, right?
You are, but obviously you can just move with the egg if you want to.
I want, because my move is limited and it's heavy.
Yeah.
I'm just teleporting over to the canister.
Okay, 12 inch teleport gets you to there. Which obviously will fail because of the walls, but I'll get you to there.
I could have got 24, but
Yep.
I'm only trying to get to the canister. So.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
No problem at all. Megapede is next. Megapede. I forgot. I keep forgetting. Okay, Megapede's really angry. So Megapede slams himself onto the ground, causing everybody on the walkway to make an agility check or be knocked prone, which is bad if you're carrying an egg.
Cernan is using his wings to give himself a little extra balance.
Okay. Okay, you're all fine. None of you dropped an egg. Then it's going to attempt to break 3 again from the barrier. It got a raise on the... She doesn't make any... Barriers
Not
oh, no, it's not a raise. No, barriers actually have a parry, don't they? Toughness damage. It doesn't break free. Sargon, you're up, sir.
Let's. Oh wait, I need to drop it there. All right. I will finish moving up.
It should be pointed out the Megapede can certainly see people are carrying its eggs and it's very agitated.
How many power points do I have left? Between that, I have enough to do that again. So let's do that again.
Okay, just cast it. We know
0,
it's in range.
2, and I am toned down into him on him.
Yep.
Do I have him targeted?
Do have him targeted.
I'm targeted. All right. Raise. Big raise. Really big raise.
You really wanted that to be the damage roll. But anyway, you hit the Megapede. Roll for damage.
Let it rain.
Okay. Is that non-lethal again, did you say?
Yes. You know what? I am standing on the edge of this walkway as I do this because it's just like, let it pour.
Oh, damn
Let
it.
it
It's not bleeding out. You marked it as non-lethal. And I accidentally unmarked it as lethal. So, okay, the Megapede is unconscious. So let's actually, I can retcon that. If I turn off the incapacity and take it down to 2 wounds, re-roll, put the damage on, that was the attack, and then set it to non-lethal, then apply it. It's not set as a heavy weapon and set as non-lethal, then apply it. There we are. Megapede is knocked out. Congratulations. So all we've got left is to see if Glixagleb can successfully fly back without dropping his egg.
Request to interrupt.
Certainly, I didn't. You've already acted this turn, haven't you? You went first.
Good point.
It's the final turn of the game today anyway, because all he's got to do is fly, eagle, fly. We'll call it a day with you.
Right, I'm going to be a bit woolly about this, right?
Yep.
I'm actually going to fly back to the platform,
Yep.
right? And then when I'm about slightly off the ground, I'm going to cancel the shape change.
Okie dokie. You get to there with an egg.
And I'm going to use my Amorphous ability, which means I half full damage, which is negligible. And I will cushion the egg
Okay. And you land.
with my jelliness. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because I didn't fancy landing while carrying it in my undercarriage. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to shape change and land on my back.
No problem at all. That sounds good to me. And that's where we shall leave it today, with an unconscious Megapede and you all carrying Megapede eggs.
Before you do that,
yes.
Before you close this down for the day,
Yes.
would it be possible for us to go ahead and get the 5th egg? Is there room in these canisters for a 5th egg?
1, 2. There's 4 canisters there, isn't there? You can transport one back, but it won't be in a canister. No.
Okay.
I got a question.
Yes.
How big is the bad gas?
How big is the?
Oh, big enough that we don't want to try and drag it onto our ship now.
We
Oh,
don't
the
want
Megapede
that.
is
They just want
150.
to-
150 feet.
Could we bind it up? And do you think it would be possible to bind it up?
You could try. I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest.
Or if you only want 4 eggs, you can grow your own.
And that's why I was saying, grab the 5th one. We can get a bonus from him.
All right. Oh, we
You
didn't
can
find the
certainly
threat.
bind it up. The point, it's unconscious. It's unconscious for a certain amount of time.
Aye,
We
so,
can deal
I
with
mean,
that next week.
obviously
We can do whatever
yeah,
you want
next
next
week
week.
we
We've got
can-
all
we
the
can
time
let the-
next
we
week.
can let
Week
the,
after next.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can let the beholder out anyway, and he'll show us where the treasure is.
Indeed. So spend any PowerPoints for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Very nice acquisition of eggs there. We shall leave it there and see you week after next when I come back from the expo, and we'll see what you do next with the eggs when you return to Folkarth. That also gives me time to actually start converting the rest of this adventure, which means I'll have to pause Crimson Throne for a bit just to have a next bit of an adventure. But thank you very much, guys.
Well, as
See you
long as
soon.
we're taking in this damn
Thank you.
mountain thingy, we're